welcome to Mr. UFC Vegas Fight Club TV. I am Kyle, your host. Welcome to the podcast. And is Brock Lesnar returning this year to the UFC? Well, a little bit of rumors going around that it's a possibility. Recently, Dana White and Brock Lesnar were seen together. There was a picture taken on Twitter that Dana White actually posted, and of course, Brock Lesnar is wearing a UFC t-shirt. So that's of course going to throw out a lot of speculation on is he or is he not going to be returning. A big portion of this also is the fact that his Brock Lesnar's contract ends in April of this year. So negotiation conversations I'm sure are taking place, and the amount of money that a guy like him could really generate for the UFC, I'm sure the contract will be quite high. Also, the fact that Dana White even had came out and said, of course he's going to be getting questions on this once he's posted it and some conversations come out, that he said I could see Brock Lesnar making a third run in the UFC. So it's possible. Do we want to see it? I want to see it. Brock Lesnar, of course, his record may not indicate certain things, but he has really transcended the sport. Back when he came over and crossed over into the UFC, beat some big opponents, was the champ. Just always going to have a lot of hype. He's a massive human being, so it's going to generate a lot of hype. I was actually, which I believe I had said in another video, many of the events that I've attended for the UFC, I attended UFC 200, and seeing him in person is almost like he's an action figure, a superhero, maybe I should say. Just the way that he's cut and how big he is, and he's always going to be staying in shape. Of course, if he's in the WWE. The question remains, though, is he still on supplements, steroids, whatever it is, the tainted sample that he had? Is that all cleared up? It sounds like that part of it is. I believe he's done his time at this point, not being suspended by the commission. So it gives us a chance to say, hey, maybe this is an opportunity for Brock Lesnar to come back. I would like to see it. I'm not sure who he would really go against. I'm trying to think off the top of my head who I would actually really want him to see him against. At this point, his last fight, like I said, was at UFC 200, and I did not mention it was against Mark Hunt. So something like that, there's only so high he can go right now, I believe, in who he could fight. He's always going to get the big name because he's a big name. But as a title run, I think he would have to win a couple. I don't think he could just walk right into the UFC and, if whatever goes on with Stipe and DC, whatever happens there, who does he fight? I'm not sure if the title run is in for him. I think Brock actually really enjoys the competing part of the UFC is what I think that he likes. I think the WWE is a fun place for him. I'm sure there's, it's definitely athleticism you have to have in the WWE. But that competition part, he does not have that. And I think, and of course, Brock Lesnar is an all-American wrestler. He's always had that in his blood, so I could see him wanting to come back to just compete and prove himself that he can continue to compete against some of the best mixed martial artists in the world. So it will be interesting to kind of see how that all pans out over probably the next 2 months, really, because we're going to find out something soon. Of course, they're not going to announce anything before April, but I could definitely see an announcement of some sort. March, May, June, maybe. May, June, I could see something coming out quickly saying, hey, we inked a deal with him to just get, of course, a lot of hype. And that's right now what the UFC is about the hype fights, the super fights, building a character, and who isn't a bigger character than Brock Lesnar himself. So there you have it. Let me know what you guys think. Are you interested in this? Are you not interested in this? Should he just stay in the WWE? Should he just retire altogether? Do you want to see him back and battling it out against some of the best guys in the world? Let me know what you guys think, and stay tuned for more Fight Club TV.